It's not a major setback. This is why they're going through this kabuki theater. They want to find anything that could possibly go wrong. This is what they should be doing. They'll probably find other things that, that might go wrong with it. So it's part of the process more than a setback, I think. But when this airplane takes to the sky again, it's going to be safer than your living room.
So let's talk about what specifically they found. You're a pilot, you're an aviation consultant. As I understand it, it was an FAA test pilot who found that there was some software that meant that recovering from some of the anomalies was more difficult than they expect and was a potentially catastrophic event.
Yeah, and I think when they say potentially, by the way, I'm not a pilot. The skies are safe. But the fact of the matter is that, they're going to find anything that could be catastrophic. That doesn't mean it's going to be likely. It just means in the 1 in 1 million chance it happens, that's way too high odds. They're going to go look at anything like that, and they're going to go through one after the other. One of the challenges we got in terms of simulators, there are only like 16 MAX simulators out there in the world today. They haven't needed them. So that's going to be something probably that airlines are going to have to start investing in as well to make sure on an ongoing basis they can find out anything else that might happen with this airplane.
Let's talk a little bit about how the grounding has affected airlines. The major major lines that were flying them, as I understand it, are United and Southwest. I believe there was a third. Have they reduced flights, or have they been able to patch through pretty effectively?
No, they've done very effectively. I mean, a lot of these, quote, cancellations are flights they just didn't put into the schedule. So we're not going out to LaGuardia and finding the flights max canceled. But right now, today, I mean, for example, American Airlines, which was affected by it, they're going to have about 2.8% more seats out there and more flights out there. Southwest will be flat, but United will be up. So we're going to have more flying, not less. So it's not a lot of cancellations. There's just not enough of these airplanes around to have made a big impact.
How would you grade Boeing on how it handled this entire matter?
Well, I think it's a real tough matter to handle when you're dealing with this. I don't know if they've been aggressive enough going out with this or not. I would not be the one to pass on that because I'm not in their shoes trying to deal with Congress, dealing with the FAA, dealing with the Chinese CAAC, and dealing with folks like us.
Mm-hmm. But boy, a lot of pilots and others in the aviation community do have some real concerns about how the flight instrument system was rolled out and what they were told, what they weren't told before and then after the crashes, both involving the Indonesian jet and the one a couple of weeks ago in Ethiopia, a couple of months ago in Ethiopia.
Absolutely accurate.
But you said earlier, and I want to button it off with this, once this aircraft gets back in the air, you said it will be safer than sitting in your living room. So I interpret that as you would have absolutely no reservation getting on a 737 MAX flight once they're certified.
Once they're certified, yes. And even now, I mean, when we had U.S. pilots unions saying that the airplanes were safe, even then, I'd get on it. Now it's going to be one of the safest things in the sky because they're not going to be looking just at this MCAS system, but everything it affects. So overall, yeah, I'd get on it. I'd put my family on it. I'd put my friends on it.
Mike Boyd, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's focus in on what these latest revelations mean for Boeing stock. Sheila Kahyaoglu is aerospace and defense analyst at Jefferies. She maintains a buy rating and a $448 price target on Boeing. Sheila, people are remarkably blasé, I would say, whether it's the analyst community. You just heard Mike Boyd there about all of these issues plaguing Boeing. It seems no delay, no announcement from the FAA, no number of pilots suing this company seems to shake anybody's faith that it's all going to work out and be fine. Why is that?
I think we're viewing it as a very transitory matter at the moment, because ultimately this aircraft will be certified. It'll be one of the safest aircraft because we're going to review the MCAS system, the software system, and it's just a matter of what this means for 2020 and 2021. How intact could the stock be in terms of EPS impact? But for now, what we're dealing with is the process of the FAA recertifying it, international regulators recertifying it, potentially a convergence of all of them coming together. Secondly, what this means for flight education and training with additional simulators potentially.
But we're talking about a lost year for Boeing, aren't we?
I mean, we're pushing it into 2020. There are some lost aircraft that we're removing from our forecast permanently in terms of cancellations or people pushing it out, but we haven't really seen significant cancellations. What we're really doing is moving the 2019 cash flow into 2020.